whenever we need to change the appearance of that particular element, okay, so this transform property will help us. Okay, so this transform property is going to change or else modify or else update the appearance, whatever the element is, it is going to, we can just change that appearance accordingly based on our requirement. Okay, so just I have two div elements, which is item 1 and item 2. So div first child, so just I'm giving width some 200 pixels. So height 350 pixels. Okay. So then again background color, magenta, color white. Here I have just giving styles for first development. Okay. So now I need to apply transform property. Okay. So here transform is a property where we can just change its appearance. Else, if you need to change the position, you can just use transform. If you need to rotate it, you can just use transform like this. Okay, we're just changing the, like updating the appearance of that particular element. Clear? Okay, so here transform is the property. For this, there will be value translate. Okay, translate is the value which is function here. Okay, translate is not a just value like 200 pixels, 350 pixels. This is just values. Here, this translate is the value. Along with it is a function. It will accept some parameters or else arguments. Okay, so it's arguments. So it will accept argument values. Okay, we need to pass inside this particular parenthesis some values. Okay, so first one is x-axis. Second one is y-axis. In college days or school days, whenever we are working on graphs, okay, x-axis, y-axis. So there we are going to point based on that whatever the x value, y value, we will just point some location in graph. Similarly here, based on this x-axis and y-axis location, that element is going to move forward. Clear? Okay, initially, so just I'm not passing any value. So we will just run this. So this is the 0, 0. Just assume like this. This is the 0, 0, the current position of this particular element. Okay. So whenever I am just using here x-axis some 150 pixels. Okay. So if I pass this, then what it is going to do? Actually, it will accept two values, x and y. So I'm just passing only one value. What it is going to do? Only x-axis. Any other answers? Is going to take 150 pixels, x-axis and y-axis. Fine now? Only one value is going to affect. So then what we need to pass here? Then 200 pixels. Now it is going to move y-axis. Clear? Then 150 pixels, x-axis it is just moving. Again 200 pixels, y-axis is just occupying the space. Clear? So then, no, if I need to move only x-axis, then translate x. Okay, so only x-axis value only we need to pass. Only one value it is going to accept, which is x-axis. Same. Okay. So again, if it is y, just we need to pass here y. Okay. Clear. Okay. So then, whenever we need to move the position of that particular element without using position property, transform translate is useful. Okay. So which is not going to affect its original position. Position absolute is going to affect its original position, but here it is not going to affect its original position. From that current position, it starts moving forward. Okay. So again, this is the first value. Second value, rotate. Okay. So here I am going to pass rotate. So again, one more function. Okay. So here, if I pass 250 pixels, what it is going to do? Clockwise rotate. Yes, it is going to rotate. So whenever we are working on rotate function, we need to pass that unit is degree. Okay. Pixels only to occupy the space. Okay. Whenever we are working on space, then only we are going to use pixels. Okay. So here it is rotate, right? The unit will be degrees. Okay. So how we are going to represent this degrees? So if I mention here 90 degrees, we need to pass here DEG degrees. 90 degrees rotated. Clear. So whenever we need to rotate that respective element, we can just use rotate function. Okay. To rotate. Again X, Y, Z, so 3D. Okay. So whenever item, yeah, that is Q. That is Q. We'll just discuss 3D values. Yeah, we'll just check material. So 3D I have not used it. Yeah, they have used. We'll just check this. Transform, translate. Only Z axis, there will be inserted. So we'll just pass this. So it is just occupying x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. Here, this is only rotating clockwise. Okay, but when it comes to the skew, okay, it is just entire element it is rotating along with this item one. Okay, here item one is just rotating along with this entire element is moving. Item one is not moving. But whenever I am using skew, it is going to skew entire item along with so element along with content. Clear. Okay. So I have just explored on that skew, but it is just giving again skew, just skew. Just enter. See what is. This. Yeah. See, just it is a type of like however we are seeing rotation. Same, it is just one more type. Okay, rather than this, nothing is there. So the main difference is that skew only changes the angle of an image, while a distort also stretchness stretches stretches or strings. Okay, so it is just type. However, rotating is one more. Rotate, scale. Okay, however, it is just skew is also one type. But so in school days, we are not even using the skew. Rotation we are going to observe. Same. So along with content, it is going to rotate. Skew. So for this skew, what is the unit you need to pass? Is it working? No. Same degrees we need to pass. Okay. So I'm just going to duplicate. So transform, translate 150 pixels. Okay. So only one value it will accept. Margin. Done. So here, item one, along with, so just remember blindly the difference is between rotate and skew. So whenever we are using rotate, item is not disturbing. Okay, so however, this entire element is rotating. Item one is also just adjusting accordingly. But here, along with content, it is just rotating. But here it is just inside it is going. There, outside only we are going to see. I mean, same images. So here we need to select in place of div image tag. So 90 degrees. So we just see how it is, where it is. What happened? Degrees. Try to increase. So we'll just see whenever it reaches 90 degrees. Okay. So whenever it reaches 90 degrees, it is available. But so how it is, we are not able to just in single line it is just. So వెనక్కి తిరుగుతుంది. ఓకేనా? సో జస్ట్ ఇలా ఉంది కదా ఎలిమెంట్. సో ఇలా రొటేట్ అవుతుంది డిగ్రీస్ రొటేట్ యూస్ చేస్తే. సో ఇంత మౌస్ క్యూ యూస్ చేస్తే సో బ్యాక్కి వెళ్తుంది. ఓకే, 3D డైరెక్షన్ లాగా వెళ్తుంది. జెడ్ యాక్సిస్కి వెళ్తుంది. క్లియర్? సో ట్రై టు ఇంక్రీస్ హియర్. Okay, like this. The entire element is rotating. Okay, clear? So whatever left. So their animations is there. Animations is there. Okay, but here transform, translate, we can just see in one time. So ఒక్కసారి calculate చేయగలుగుతాం time. So repeat కావాలంటే animations. 3D skew. So rotate 3D ఏం డిఫరెన్స్ కనపాలన్నా నాకు యూస్ చేసే కదా 1 కామా. So 1 comma 1. I have used x axis, y axis, z axis. 45 degrees. ఈ 1 కాకుండా 2 పెడదాం. నేను ట్రై చేయాలి, అందుకే నేను ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయాలి. 45 degrees. వచ్చింది ఏమన్నా డిఫరెన్స్? నాకు అర్థం కాలే సార్, అందుకే అడుగుతున్నా. సరే 3 పెడతా ఇక్కడ. It is not taking here. I will just pass 5, 10, 2. అదవుతున్నాను ఎందుకు? So here suited angle for this around an axis specified by vector x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. అంతేనా? సో అది 3 వాల్యూస్ పాస్ చేస్తున్నాం అంటే x-axis, y-axis, z-axis అంతే. సో అంతే ఉందా, ఇంకేమైనా కొత్తగా ఉంది? బట్ ఇక్కడ అవుట్పుట్ వైస్ మనం ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయడానికి ఎలా ఉంది? మీరే ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయాలి సార్, నాకేం తెలుసు అంటారా? సో జస్ట్ అది వెనక్కి ఎలా ఇందాక ఎలా వెళ్ళింది క్యూ యూస్ చేసినప్పుడు. సో ఇట్లా బెండ్ అయ్యి ప్యారలల్ గా అలా వెళ్ళింది. సో ఎంటైర్ ఎలిమెంట్ రొటేట్ అవుతుంది. సో ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఎలా చెప్పాలంటే, క్లాస్ ఉందా, సో ఈ క్లాస్ ని రొటేట్ చేస్తున్నాం 90 degrees. రొటేట్ చేస్తే సో లోపల ఇవి ఉన్నాయి కదా బెంచెస్, వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ ఇస్. ఓకే, సో ఇటు సైడ్కే ఉంటాయి. క్లాస్ ఒకటి రొటేట్ అవుతుంది. ఓకేనా, స్క్యూ వల్ల కాదు, ఎంటైర్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ అన్ని రొటేట్ అవుతాయి. ఓకేనా, చాలా జస్ట్ అలా అర్థం చేసుకోండి. సో హియర్ సమ్ చేంజ్ ఇస్ దేర్. ఎక్స్ యాక్సిస్ వై యాక్సిస్ ఒకటే రొటేట్ అవుతుంది. ఇంతకు ముందు జెడ్ యాక్సిస్ పెట్టినప్పుడు లోపలికి వెళ్తున్నట్టు చూపిస్తుంది. నేను scale. So what it is going to do? So pass 1. Okay, the default value that element is scale 1. Okay, whenever we need to increase its size, we need to give scale value greater than 1. If we need to reduce, we need to give scale value less than 1. We need to reduce. Okay, whenever we need to reduce that size, then we need to give less than 1. If we need to increase the size, we need to give value for scale greater than 1. Okay, so here if I just pass 1, there is no effect. If I pass here 1.1, just I'm going to refresh, is increasing or not? Okay, 1.5 increasing. Where we are going to use this scale? So just to try whether they have used or not. Increasing whenever I yeah. So now, Pawan, are you able to see screen?
But no, sir.
So here, transform. For this transform, we need to pass scale. It is going to resize our element. Okay. Share చేసాను ఒకసారి పంపించింది. ఓకేనా, కనిపిస్తుంది పవన్?
సార్ ఇప్పుడు కనిపిస్తుంది సార్.
పంపించింది పొద్దున్న టిఫిన్ తినకుండా రాను. సరేనా, టిఫిన్ తింటే హ్యాండిల్ చేయలేకున్నా. సో హియర్ transform scale value. Okay, so they have almost transform skew rotate scale. Okay, so majorly we are not going to use 3D x y individually, only like this scale. Okay, we are going to use. Okay, if you need to pass only x here, and for this x value is not there. No, still 1.1. Okay, so only here no need to pass pixels degrees. Okay, so just here we need to pass 1.1 or else 2, whatever it may be, the numbers is enough. Then why we need to pass these numbers? So if you are passing that numbers, it will understand. So I need to increase this particular element into 1.1 times. Okay, initially 1 is that particular default element size. Okay, if I pass here 2, it is going to double its size. Okay, so the size is there, right? It is just multiplying with 2. It is going to increase like this. Clear? Now if I pass x-axis, only height, sorry, so x-axis only, it is going to what it is. It is only working on x-axis. If I pass y, height is going to affect. Clear. Same, however, we are seeing x-axis, y-axis for all the same thing. Okay. Done. So just explore 3D. So this image better చూడు ఒకసారి. Okay, now, so same again, x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, they are passing. Okay. So let's see matrix of matrix. No matrix here. Okay, so but so in rare cases we are going to use matrix. Okay, so it will accept all the transform values in single shot. Okay, translate, skew, scale. Okay, so all these values will accept in single shot. Okay, but the arguments first translate x, first value, second value scale x. Okay, then third value skew y, y axis. Okay, fourth value scale y axis. Yeah, y axis. Fifth value translate y axis. You just don't get confused. Translate, sorry, translate x axis first. Scale x axis. We need to pass. Okay. So again, skew y axis. Skew x axis. Fourth value skew x axis. Okay. Then fifth value scale y axis. Then sixth value translate y. Okay. So like this, it will allows all the group of transform values. Okay, it's transform property values in single shot. Okay. So if I pass here, so total 6 values, right? So I'm going to pass. I'm just thinking one more. Counting this. So here, 150 pixels. So scale 1.2. Okay. Skew y-axis 30 degrees. And so here skew. So same some 35 degrees and pass. You just check how it is going to convert. Scale y 1.2. Same 30 degrees. Take. So here 50 pixels. We will just check how this is going to refresh your. It is not available. Some x-axis, right? Q first. Q. Right. So we'll just make it after this. So 1, 2, 3. There is no matrix here. I'll just look. Once. Six values, right? Hmm. So what they have passed. Six. Okay, so we'll just pass this. Scale, skew, yes. It is not applying. Okay, no issue. Hmm? Degree? Only number. Just to try to. So only number passes. I'll pass your numbers. So pass. Since in the DJ background color. So not this. Okay. So initially this is the syntax. You can write. Okay, no issue. Just explore on it. They have mentioned C in between also, or TXTY stands for transform translate. Okay. So in some case, they are going to mention right syntax. Just to see. Max. Publish. Syntax. అదే వచ్చింది మళ్ళీ సెక్యూరిటీ ఓకే ఇక్కడ ఏబిసి అనే ఇచ్చినారు సో దే ఆర్ నాట్ దే మెన్షన్ లైక్ దిస్ యూ కెన్ జస్ట్ అండర్స్టాండ్ ఈజీలీ Okay, so I will just explain it after some time. Issue. So it's same values like this one. I have just remembered like x. So after this x, skew y. Okay. So after this skew, scale y. Okay, like this I have just remembered. So here starting translate. So here ending translate y. But it is not working. So here also they have not mentioned clearly. So they have mentioned just like A, B, C, D like this. No issue. I will just explore on it. Here, anyway, here it is not available, right? We are not available. Okay, no issue. Done. So almost done. So just here they have mentioned a lot of things. Okay, nothing is there. Just if you are familiar with the transform, so X, Y, Z. Okay, so this 3D we are not going to use majorly. So the thing is, whenever we are going to working on this 3D, only Z axis we are going to add. Clear. So rotate. So if you are familiar with this rotate, so again X, Y, Z. Okay, individual properties. So 3D again. Okay. So again, matrix they have mentioned here. So matrix is just nothing but we need to apply all the property values in single shot. In single value, we are going to pass all this transform, scale, skew. Okay. So rotate all these values we are going to pass in single shot. So I think rotate is not there. So that okay, no issue. I'll just experiment. So here scale. Whenever we need to resize that particular element size. Okay. So on that time we can just use scale again X, Y, Z. Skew X, Y. Clear. We'll just start with this animations. Very small thing. We are going to discuss. So when so anyone just what is animation? Hmm? No. Saru, what is animation?
Graphics, sir.
Graphics, huh?
Sir.
So keyframes, right? So ఎక్కడ చూసాం ఈ డ్యూరేషన్ డిలే టైమింగ్ ఫంక్షన్ ఎక్కడ చూసాం ట్రాన్సిషన్ ఓకే సేమ్ హియర్ okay so duration how much time it's need to execute okay so then again delay so how much time delay I am going to take okay so after how much time I need to start this particular action okay so timing function same whatever the values there linear ease in ease out okay same values here also so this iteration count we are going to this is the new thing so it is nothing but just how many times we need to do this okay so if we mentioned infinite it's a keep on executing okay so that's it so we'll just start with action that keyframes right yeah done. So here so I'm going to just target two element last child so last child width so 150 pixels height 150 pixels okay so background color red okay so it is enough so now what I need to do I need to create animation for this respective element okay for that I need to give animation name first okay so here I need to use at the rate keyframes okay so this is the syntax whenever we need to apply animation okay so here keyframes is a keyword we need to mention before animation name here identifier is nothing but animation name okay whatever the name we are passing here it is we are just assigning to animation Clear. So here I'm just passing sample. Clear. So here inside this keyframes, what we need to do? Okay. So we need to just create animations in different percentages. Okay. So if it is 0%, it is just starting point. Okay. If it is 25 or else 50, it is in mid range. If it is 100%, that animation is completed. Okay. Same here also. We can just use a 0%. Sorry. 0%. Okay. So inside this, we can just use positions if you need, or else you can just change any background colors. Okay. So you can just change the background colors also. So here, so transform, so translate 0% to starting. So 150 pixels, sorry, 0 pixels, comma, 0 pixels, which is starting position. Okay. So again here, I am just passing here 100%. So here, transform or translate is the property value. So here I'm just passing x-axis 150 pixels, comma, y-axis. So I'm going to explain how it will work. So first, animation name. So what is our animation name? Sample. Okay, whatever the name we are passing here, only this keyframes name we need to pass inside this. Okay. So again, animation duration. So I'm just giving here 3 seconds. So animation delay, 1 second. So animation timing function. So linear I'm passing. Okay, clear. So we'll just try to execute. Almost the same, right? Yeah, same. Just don't execute. Refresh. Is it moving? Only one time it is happening, right? Without any hover. Okay, directly. Whenever I have just reloaded this page, it starts doing its animation. So before that animation is nothing but that motion. Okay, so whatever it is just moving from, or else it is some action. Clear. Okay, so it might be rotate, whatever it might be. So if I mention here, rotate. Here 45, essentially 0 degrees, right? 0 degrees. So here I am just converting into 360 degrees. Sorry. Okay. It is rotating, right? But whenever we need to make it repeatedly, infinite loop. Okay. So then we can just pass here animation iteration count. Okay. So if I pass here 2, what it is going to do? 1, 2. Completed, right? 2 times. So if I pass here 5 times, it is going to do iteration. So it is going to execute. Okay, iteration in the sense it is going to execute. If I pass infinite, it's a keep on executing. There is no time limit. It's going to start rotating. It's not going to stop. Okay, clear. So where it is linear. Okay, that is transform translate. Translate. Okay, so here, so 0% is nothing but starting point. Okay, whatever the current element position. Okay, So 100% is end position. Okay, what is the complete whatever the last position it needs to reach. Okay, so here inside this 0%, which is starting position, I'm just passing here transform translate 0 pixels, which is 0 0 x-axis 0, y-axis 0, which is that current position. Clear? So here 100%, which is end. Okay, so end I am giving 150 pixels on x-axis. Only x value I'm giving 150 pixels, 150. Then y-axis 0. Only x-axis is going to take 150 pixels. Then y-axis 0. It is just same position. Okay. So here time period 3 seconds. It is going to take 3 seconds to display this respective animation. Clear? Just taking refresh 150 pixels x-axis. After completing, it is just coming to its original position. Okay, if I just keep here, mention, so animation iteration count 3. Same process, it is going to repeat 3 times. Clear? Clear, right? So same. So, but don't get confused. Here there is no example, right?
How to change it? Yes.
Place.
Yes. Change its place.
అర్థం కావాలి. సో ఇది సెంటర్ కావాలా? Increase this 700 pixels. So item రావాలంటే starting position change చేయాలి first. ఓకేనా? సో starting position 150 pixels or else margin auto 150 pixels పెట్టి చూద్దాం. It's just starting from here. Okay. See, it is not coming from here. Okay. So if you need to make just center, you can adjust here also. Just so pass 750. So here we are passing 1000. You can just adjust here also. Just here. Okay. So here I'm just passing 0 pixels. Some 750 pixels. It's just scrolling. Where we are going to see this in real world. So I just reduce the 6 seconds. We're just going to display slowly. Where we are going to see this in news channels. Okay. So in web pages, they are going to scroll some offers. New offer is going to just scrolling. So there we can just use this. Clear. So again, so if you are not aware of 0%, 100% then అర్థమైందా? So if you are not, so Pawan, any doubts, Pawan?
Huh?
Any doubts?
No, sir.
No చెప్పేదాంట్లో అర్థమైపోతుంది. So 0%, which is starting point. Okay. So then I am just dividing my path. Okay. Whatever my path is, there is, I am just dividing into 4 parts. Okay. So if just to consider my path is 100%, if I divide it into 4 parts. So what is the second value? 25. I am passing here 25. What is the third value? 50%. I am at center of that my path. So fourth value 75%. Then 100%. Once if I reach this 100, my destination is reached. Okay. Okay. So I am going to just mention this transform translate. Okay. So initially, which is 0, 0 is my starting position. Okay. Whenever it reaches 25%, so I need to just maintain x-axis some space, y-axis 0. Okay. After certain time, it needs to maintain x-axis same, y-axis some value it needs to take. Then again from here x-axis. So like this, I need to just create some square. Okay. So here transform translate. Okay, so initially 0 0. Okay, x-axis 0, y-axis 0. So here I am just passing what can pass 500 pixels x-axis, y-axis 0 pixels. Okay, so it is just taking only element from x-axis. It is just moving that element x-axis from left to right. Okay, y-axis 0. It is not going to move forward in horizontal. Only vertical it is affected. So here transform translate. So 500 pixels x-axis. Okay. So then y-axis, I'm just maintaining same 500 pixels. Okay. So just assume. Okay. So now again, I'm just mentioning same here. So here, once if reach fourth position, so here 0 pixels x-axis. Okay. 500 pixels y-axis. Okay. So here again, 0 pixels, 0 pixels. Wherever I have started, I'm just reaching that destination. Clear. So along with this, I need to just change background colors to background colors, black color. Okay. Some more. No, I need to pass white. So background color. So background color green. Color green. Okay. So just so background color some alpha. Done. So in first step, it is not going to convert it background color. From second stage onwards, it is going to change its background color. If you need to make it, no issue. Just on change only, we can just see this. So for time being, I'm going to comment this div one. Finish this. Okay. Clear. It's a keep on executing. Okay. So 0% starting, 25%. So we're just dividing our path. Our path, whatever our destination is, 100%. We're just dividing it. 25%. So whenever it reaches here, 25%. It reaches here 50. It reaches here 75. Here 100% I have placed. Okay, like this we can just maintain. Clear. So now if you need to make it rotate, we can just make it rotate. Okay, we can just do anything with these animations. Okay. So if you need to pass here, so rotate. Just 30 degrees. Directly coming to the 50% opposition. Okay, so like this. Okay, so we can just use this like whatever based on our requirement, or else if you need to just rotate continuously, just whatever we have seen earlier. Okay, we can just pass like this. So rotate here. I will just pass 90 degrees. So here rotate 180 degrees. Sorry. Degrees. Rotate. To 260, yeah. Some degrees. So here we will just pass 0 degrees. We'll just try whether how it is going to rotate like ఇక్కడ reverse అయిపోయింది అక్కడ. So 0 degrees అంటే ఎట్లా వెళ్ళిందో మళ్ళీ వెనక్కి అలా వస్తుంది. Or else if you mention 360 degree. Okay. It's keep on rotating. Okay, just changing background colors. Clear? Any doubts? No. So Byte Splash also they are just using this animation. See. Clear? Same, right? So just we have used here background color changes. That's it. Element is just rotating. Clear? Same, right? Same, no? Kada. Yeah, same. మీరు కాదన్నా అది సేమ్. No. So hover is different, animation is different. Hover, we need to interact with the mouse. Okay, so we need to just move, our cursor needs to move on top of element. Animation, whenever a page gets reload, starts executing. We don't need to do any interaction with this. Clear? Okay. So linear కాకుండా, so ease in, ease out. Okay. So then again, what is the difference? So as per our, we are not able to identify the difference majorly. The thing is ease in. Okay. So it start doing that animation slowly, ends fastly. Ease out. It is going to start fastly, then ends slow. Okay, linear. Both the things are constant. Okay, starting is constant time period, ending is constant time period. Okay, so this is the difference. Clear? Done. So Pawan, any doubts?
There are no doubts, sir.